It could be death for both of them and destruction of the bridge. Johnson convinced Roberts to set up a secondary lookout nearby to keep an eye on the new recruits and to provide backup if needed. Johnson took the first watch. Roberts drifted off to sleep. That was when the rustling sound began. As the sound continued to get louder, Johnson decided he needed to be ready for anything. He grabbed extra rifle cartridges and set them up for easy access next to the grenades. It became silent. The only sound was the wind rustling the leaves of the forest trees. Then there was a loud crack as the first shot was fired. Quickly after the initial shot, other guns began firing on the outpost from the forest. Johnson began screaming at Roberts to fire back and throw grenades at the perimeter. Roberts grabbed grenades from the stockpile Johnson had made. They could not make out any enemy soldiers yet. They continued lobbing the grenades in the direction of the sounds Johnson had heard. Whenever they spotted the muzzle flash of a rifle being fired, they turned to fire in that direction. It was impossible to tell if they were hitting anything, but the hope was to hold out until help arrived. Unfortunately, it would be a long time before reinforcements were sent. There was a lull in the firing. Johnson and Roberts waited. Sweat dripped from under their helmets. Dirt covered their faces from where terrain had been kicked up by enemy bullets. They peered over the top of their trench to see if they could spot the enemy. A platoon of shadowy figures seemed to manifest themselves at the tree line. There were dozens of black shadows at the perimeter fence. A voice shouted in German, and a horde of soldiers flooded through the cut wiring toward Johnson and Roberts. The enemy soldiers had their rifles lowered with their bayonets pointed straight toward the two Hellfighters. The light from the fires created by the grenade explosions reflected off the German bayonets as they